Now we want to take a deeper look at what happens when the government sets prices in the market. Let's begin with our supply and demand equilibrium, with our equilibrium price and quantity. Now we know that this area here is consumer surplus and this area down here below is producer surplus. These two areas are maximized if the price is allowed to go to 50. Now what we're going to look at is if the government steps in and imposes a minimum price of 70, we know that we're immediately going to have a surplus, right? Because the quantity demanded will be 4 and the quantity supplied will be 7. But something else happens here that as economists we're very interested and concerned about. You note here that the quantity demanded will only be 4. That's all that actually ends up getting sold. So what we're also concerned about is this area here and this area here. Both of those areas of potential value creation or loss. That area above is lost from the consumer surplus and the area below is lost from the producer surplus. So that triangle there is a loss, and that actually gets burnt or it goes away. So we also call that the deadweight loss. Something else also happens. This area here, now it used to be the consumer surplus. It now becomes producer surplus because that price is up to 70. Those producers that used to sell at 50 now are able to sell at 70 with a new minimum price. So they're happy about that gain. We can also calculate the consumer surplus area in the before and after. Before, remember, we had a consumer surplus triangle area of 125. Now it's only 45. There was a loss of 80. We not only lost the area for the fourth and fifth buyers, but we also lost a portion of our consumer surplus that now the producers are enjoying. The producers, before they also had 125, they did lose a portion of their producer surplus to deadweight loss, but they picked up the large area from the consumers. So the producers lost a little bit but gained a lot. The consumers, on the other hand, lost twice. They lost deadweight loss, plus they lost their surplus to the producers. So the net, before we had a total surplus area of 250, now we only have a surplus area of 210. That deadweight loss is 40.